Hi everyone, my name is Sayyid Ali Qasim and today I will be presenting my research work, Control Logic Forensics Framework using built-in decompiler of engineering software in industrial control systems. Industrial control systems monitor and control our critical infrastructures like grid stations, gas pipelines, power plants, etc. These systems mainly consist of two parts. First, the control center, where you have the human-machine interface, engineering workstations, control servers, and historians. And second are the field sites, where you have the sensors, actuators, and the PLCs that control the physical process according to the program running on them. The program running on a PLC is called the control logic, and you can write the control logic on the softwares provided by the PLC vendors called the engineering software. The engineering softwares often support one or more high-level programming languages from the set of 5 languages mentioned in the international standard. The control logic is written and executed in the form of rung, where each rung contains different type of instructions. As you can see, the two figures show the timer program written in instruction list and the ladder logic. In ladder logic, one horizontal block represents one rung, and different instructions present in it are executed from left to right. Similarly, one block of code in instruction list represents a rung, and the instructions are executed in a vertical order. After writing the control logic, you can download it on the PLC, which starts a series of operations. First, the engineering software translates the high-level control logic to machine-readable binary using a built-in compiler. Then it encapsulates this binary in different ICS protocols, which are either proprietary or have a vendor-specific proprietary layer, and send it to the PLC in the form of request and response messages. Similarly, to read the control logic running on the PLC, you can use the upload function, which will start a reverse process and show the control logic in the engineering software. The PLCs are the main target of different type of cyber attacks, such as the control logic injection attack, where an attacker can download malicious control logic on a PLC to manipulate the behavior of the physical process controlled by it. For instance, Stuxnet compromised the Siemens Symantec Step 7 engineering software and infected the control logic of S7300 PLC. It modified the motor speed of the centrifuge periodically, which caused damage to the system. For forensic analysis of such attacks, if the network traffic between the control center and the field site is captured, it will contain the evidence of transfer of malicious control logic and can be used as forensic artifact. Which leads us to our problem statement that given an ICS network dump, our goal is to design and develop a fully automated forensic solution that can recover the binary control logic from the network dump and then convert it into a human readable form for forensic analysis. But there are many challenges in developing such a tool. First, the binary control logic does not have a standard open format and use vendor-specific proprietary format. Second, the engineering softwares typically support one or more languages. For example, the RS Logics only support ladder logic, whereas the So Machine Basics support ladder logic as well as instruction list. So for accurate forensic analysis, binary control logic must be transformed into its respective high-level language. Finally, different proprietary ICS protocols are used to transfer a control logic to a PLC, and often their specifications are not publicly available, which make it difficult to develop a standard tool. There are some partial solutions available to recover the control logic from an ICS network traffic dump, such as LEDIS, which is a binary control logic decompiler for the Allen Bradley's RS Logic engineering software and the Micrologix 1400 PLC. Lattice uses the complete knowledge of the PCCC proprietary protocol to extract the control logic from the network traffic and further utilizes the low-level understanding of the binary control logic semantics for the decompilation. Unfortunately, Lattice requires tedious and time-consuming manual reverse engineering efforts for exploring the ICS proprietary network protocols and semantics of the binary control logic, and thus is not scalable. Another state-of-the-art forensic solution is Similo, which addresses some of the shortcomings of the Lattice. Similo is designed to investigate the control logic theft attack, where the attacker reads the control logic from a PLC over the network. However, it does not support the forensic investigation of control logic injection attack, where the attacker transfers a malicious control logic from the engineering software to a target PLC. To address these shortcomings, we propose Redditus, a novel control logic forensics framework for control logic injection attacks. It extracts and decompiles the control logic from a network traffic dump without any manual reverse engineering, knowledge of the ICS protocols, or the underlying binary control logic format. Redditus is based on the observation that the engineering software can read the control logic from a PLC remotely using the upload function and has a built-in decompiler that can further transform the control logic into its high-level representation. So our core idea is to recover the control logic by integrating the decompiler present in the engineering software with a previously captured network traffic dump using the upload functionality. Redditus can handle several challenges like redirecting the attack messages containing the malicious control logic to the engineering software, identifying the correct control logic messages in traffic dumps, updating the session-dependent fields in the response messages, and exchanging messages for establishing and maintaining a session. So in order to redirect the in order to redirect the download messages to the engineering software, Redditus needs to know two things. First, the location of session-dependent dynamic fields, such as the session ID and transition ID in the messages, so it can modify them accordingly to the new session. And the second is the template of the upload response message. So for this purpose, Redditus goes through a two-step learning phase where it takes the B9 network captures and learns the session-dependent fields and the upload response template. And then after learning the required knowledge, it goes in a testing phase where Redditus starts communicating with the engineering software with the help of a virtual PLC and uploads the control logic present in the target PCAP files. To learn the session-dependent fields, Redditus takes multiple sets of two B9 PCAP files from different sessions that have the same control logic and transfer direction. The first step is to identify the same instance of request message in two files and pair them for comparison. So for that, we use the two properties, length of the message and similarity of the two message strings. After identifying and pairing the same request and response messages, the second step is grouping and differential analysis. Since the messages can be of different lengths, the indices or positions of different session-dependent fields may also vary in the header of different messages. So Redditus divides the messages in different groups based on the length of the messages such that each group of the messages will have the same format or position of the session-dependent fields in the message header. Then for each pair, we do a differential analysis and identify the location of session-dependent fields present in them. Finally, Redditus performs a rule extraction where for each group, it only accepts those indices that differ in more than 50% of the messages. So this process filters out any noise present in the location of session-dependent field. Here is an example. The figure shows the same message in two different sessions, and as you can see, the transition ID varies in the two different sessions, but the rest of the message remains the same. So Redditus first identifies and pairs such messages based on the length and similarity, and then performs a differential analysis to get the location of session-dependent fields like transition ID. Now to generate the upload response template, Redditus uses a heuristics-based approach. By examining the upload response messages from a real PLC to the engineering software, we observe that the upload response message can be divided into four types of fields. First, the session-dependent fields which vary over different sessions, like the transaction ID. Second, the static fields that remain constant over all the upload response messages, such as the function code or the protocol code. Third are the dynamic fields that depend on the content of the message and vary in different messages. For example, the length of the message. And finally, the control logic field that contain the control logic binary chunk being transferred via the messages. As you can see in the figure of upload response message sent by a PLC to the engineering software, the entire TCP payload is divided among four types of fields mentioned in the previous slide. So by learning the location and semantics of these fields, Redditus can generate a correct upload template. As Redditus has already learned the session-dependent fields, for the remaining three fields, it goes through a learning process where it takes sets of two B9 PCAP files that contain the same control logic, but this time have different transfer direction. That is one PCAP file where the control logic is downloaded on the PLC and the other PCAP file where the control logic is uploaded from the PLC. The first step is pairing, which is similar to the previous learning phase and is based on the message length and string similarity. And once the messages are paired, Redis finds other fields. In order to identify the static fields, like the function or the protocol code, Redis compares all the upload response messages with each other and identifies all the locations where the values remains constant. For the dynamic fields like length, Redis takes a heuristics-based approach where it runs a 2-byte sliding window over the upload response messages and compare the value inside the window with the length of the message outside it. If the two values match, the current index of the sliding window becomes a potential location of the length field. But there can be many false positives in this approach, so in order to remove them, Redis only selects those locations or fields that are present in all the messages. Since the engineering software always divides the control logic into the same chunks for both download and upload, we assume that the similar messages in both upload and download stream will have the same control logic present in them. So to find the location of control logic in both download request and upload response, Redis uses the longest common subsequence between the two messages. As seen in the figure, the longest common subsequence in the upload response and the download request message represents the control logic and its size. So after learning all four types of fields and their locations, Redis combines them together and generates a final upload template which can be used by the virtual PLC in testing phase to generate response for the upload request messages from the engineering software. So in the testing phase, Redis runs a virtual PLC and takes the network capture under investigation or the target PCAP file and generates a database of request and response message pairs present in this PCAP file. Then it starts a PLC server on the same port as a real PLC and waits for a request message from the engineering software. Once the PLC server receives any request message from the engineering software, it forwards them to the response generator, which generates this response message using the messages present in the database, upload template, and the session dependent fields learned in the learning phase. And then the PLC server sends this response message back to the engineering software. So in this way, Redis can transform the download messages to upload messages and extract the control logic present in the target PCAP file. So for our experiments, we use the Schneider Electric Modicon M221 PLC and So Machine Basics software version 1.6. A typical experiment replicates a control logic injection attack by downloading a control logic file to a PLC and capturing the Modbus network traffic in the form of PCAP file. This PCAP file is provided to Redis and a connection is established from the engineering software to Redis, and the control logic present in the PCAP file is recovered using the upload function. The dataset used for the evaluation consisted of 40 control logic programs of various sizes and complexities, both in terms of the number of rungs and the number of instructions. We evaluated Redis on three matrices. First, the functional level accuracy, where we tested the different functionalities of Redis, like searching similar messages and the accuracy of the upload template. Second is the packet level accuracy, where in which we tested the availability of upload request and response messages in the database. And the final was the transfer accuracy, in which we evaluated the correctness of the control logic transferred by Redis. So when Redis receives any upload request message, it needs to find the matching download requests from the database, generate a response message by using the upload response template, and send the response back to the engineering software. So the upload and download request messages, since the upload and download request messages have different formats, finding the exact match is very important. Our results shows that the string similarity based approach used by Redis works all the time with 100% accuracy. As shown in the table, during our experiments, Redis received 1929 upload requests and it was successfully able to find all the corresponding download messages in the database. The second most important function of Redis is to learn the upload response template from the sample PCAP file. To evaluate the template generated by the Redditus, we manually compared it with the upload response message from a real PLC to check two things. First, the template generated by Redditus contains all the four type of fields mentioned earlier, and second is the location and boundaries of all these four fields in the upload template are exactly the same as the upload response message from a real PLC. So our results show that the Redditus was able to generate the correct upload template with 100% accuracy. The next metrics is the packet level accuracy. So in developing Redditus, we took an assumption that while uploading a control logic from the download network capture, for every upload request message that the Redditus will receive, there will be a corresponding download response message present in our PCAP or in our target PCAP or in our database. So in our experiments, Redditus received 1852 read messages or upload request messages, and out of these, 1812 messages were present in the database. On examining the missing packets, we found that it's always the same message related to the function level of the PLC. Though our assumption was not 100% accurate, but it's really close. So Redditus solves this problem by creating a separate database for each unique and missing message. And if the target PCAP file does not have any message, Redditus can look for the missing message in the second database and return the response to the engineering software. And finally, the most important way to evaluate Redditus is to check the integrity of the control logic uploaded by it. So in order to find the transfer accuracy, we uploaded 40 control logic programs of various sizes and complexities using Redditus and then manually compared each of them with the program uploaded by a real PLC. For this purpose, we not only compared the number of instructions and the rungs, but also checked if they are in the same order as the original program. Our results show that the Redditus successfully uploaded all 40 control logic programs with 100% accuracy. So in conclusion, we developed Redditus, a new forensics framework for forensic analysis of control logic injection attacks. It can recover the control logic from the network dump by integrating the decompiler in the engineering software with the virtual PLC. Redditus is fully automated and does not require any explicit knowledge of the ICS protocol or the underlying binary format. And we evaluated Redditus on Modicon M221 PLC and So Machine Basic engineering software and successfully recovered 40 control logic programs from the network traffic captures. Thank you so much for your time. I am happy to answer your questions.